Yes, it's true. The Pentagon, which is the United States version of the Ministry of Defense, has failed its last 5 audits. And it definitely doesn't look good if you're trying to justify an $850 billion per year military budget, which the US uses to maintain the largest military presence all around the world. There's a lot of reasonable people to assume that the Pentagon misappropriates a lot of our tax dollars for their funding. And I've seen people on this app justify that as a reason to why the US would lose in a war against China and Russia. Yet there is a huge mistake that these influencers are making about this entire ordeal. They assume that China and Russia, huge bastions of internal corruption, don't misappropriate military funds. Do you guys remember those Kinzhal hypersonic missiles which were unveiled in 2018, and it was Russia's answer to American military supremacy? Putin was bragging about saying that there is no system that America can currently come up with that would be able to take on the Russian hypersonics. And then those Kinzhal missiles were shot down in Ukraine by US's old generation Patriot systems. Russia arrested the hypersonic missile engineers for treason. I would direct you to General Shoigu and Gerasimov, the heads of the Russian Ministry of Defense. They were given over the years tens of billions of dollars by Putin to fund hypersonics and other advanced forms of military weaponry. And guess what these two generals did? They bought themselves villas, very nice cars. They became billionaires on their own. And guess where they didn't put that money? Let's go back to China. They have 2 aircraft carriers now. I believe they are constructing 1 more, so they will have 3. What you have to keep in mind is that their first aircraft carrier was a giant casino ship, and their second aircraft carrier is a clone of that casino ship. Do you see this right here? This is the US's Ohio-class submarine, owned by the US Navy. There are about 14 of them. Now, each Ohio-class submarine has about 960 nuclear warheads, or the capability of it, making it the 5th or 6th largest nuclear power floating around in the world. And there are 14 of these guys. They are undetectable. They can be placed anywhere in the world as a constant threat to anyone who even thinks of disturbing the US's interests. And don't get me wrong, China has some submarines. Out of, let's say, 60 of them, 50 are diesel powered, while all of ours are nuclear. So yeah, there is corruption in the US military with misappropriation of funds, just like China and Russia. But it seems like more of our money gets to go where it's supposed to.